Namaste, everyone. I didn't see you up there. Namaste. Namaste. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started. Sit up straight. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, tell yourself, let go of everything. Feel the lightness within you. I'll read our disclaimer as usual. When you attend this session, you do so with the understanding that you are responsible for your own well being. Neither those leading the sessions nor our organization takes responsibility for the outcome of your participation in this online program. Therefore, please exercise caution in your practice. The rule of yoga is there can be no strain whatsoever in what you do. Everything should be done with such light effort whereby you can be in meditative awareness. Observing your breath and making sure that it is always slow and smooth may be helpful to prevent any risk of strain. Please engage in every practice only to the extent that feels comfortable to you. Avoid any practice that causes discomfort or pain. With that, we will establish group consciousness. Imagine everybody in this group as part of ourselves within us. That will start with 3 ohms. First one takes us beyond the physical body, the second beyond the zone of light, and the third to the source of everything. Take a deep breath and let's begin. that we'll begin our chakra vibrations. Let's focus on the perineum, and with our little finger and thumb touching each other and the palm facing the area, let's make the sound lum as you exhale. Let's begin. Lum. 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 Release your fingers. Please continue. Lum. Lum. Let's move to our next one. Here, we'll touch our ring finger and thumb, palm facing the area 1 inch above the perineum behind the pubic area, and we'll make the sound wum. Let's begin. Wum. 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 You can release your fingers. Please continue. Wum. Wum. Last one. Wum. Let's move to the next one, which is behind the navel in the middle of the body. Here, we'll touch the thumb to the middle finger, palm facing the area. Make the sound rum. 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 Ram. Ram. Release your fingers. Ram. Ram. Last one. Ram. Let's move to the next area, which is between the breast, in the middle of the chest. Here, we'll touch the forefinger and thumb together, palm facing the area as we make the sound yum on exhalation. Yum. 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 Release your fingers. Yum. Last one. Yum. Let's move to the next, which is the neck area. Here, loose, closed fist, thumbs in the air, palm facing towards the area. Make the sound hum. 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 Release your hand. Please continue. Hum. Last one. Hum. Next, we'll move to the area in the middle of the head. Identify it. by drawing a line with your fingers towards the ears. When it touches the ear, stop, and wherever the fingers are pointed to the middle of the head, concentrate in that area. Loose fist, thumbs in the air, will make the sound shum. 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 Can release your hand. Shum. Last one. Shum. Next, we'll move to the top of the head, the middle. Loose, close fist, thumbs in the air, and palms facing the area will make the sound Om. Release your hand. Last one. Going to Ujjayi Pranayama. Those of you know it, please continue. Those who need instruction, concentrate on the area where the mouth meets the neck. And as you inhale, feel a tingling sensation in that area. And as you exhale, feel a reverse tingling sensation can enhance that experience by widening your cheeks into a nice smile, mouth closed, breathing only through the nose, and you will experience this better. Please continue. Go to our next practice. Still in the Jai, your palms on your knees, and as you inhale, move your hands along your legs, roll up your shoulder, and then bring it down as you exhale, palm back to the knees. Please continue. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Last one. Next, we'll bring our palms together, form Namaste. And as we inhale, widen your hands out the way back, and then exhale and bring it forward back to Namaste again. Please continue. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Now, as you inhale, let's go up, bend ahead, open up, and exhale, bring it back. Last one. Try something new. Keep your hands in this position. And as you exhale, push your right arm to the left side. Your head turn the opposite. Inhale, come back. We'll go the other way. Exhale, push your left hand to the right and you face the other way. Inhale, come back. Please continue. Exhale. Last. Set. Let's bring our fist, closed fist, on our chest. Then as you inhale, bring it out. Open your fingers. Close. Exhale, come back. Inhale. Exhale. One more and we'll go in opposite. We'll go in reverse. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Next, clasp our hands together behind the head. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, back to the middle. Please continue. Last one. Let's clasp our elbows with both palms or wherever you can touch behind our head. And as we pull the left elbow to the right side, exhale, come back to the middle, pull on the left elbow, left, pull towards the left, exhale, come back to the middle. Please continue. Last one. Slowly, gently release your hands. Next, we'll go touch our ears to our shoulders. Let's try that. Exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale to the left. Back again. Last one. Back to the middle. Now we'll inhale as we head back. Exhale, pushing the neck back. Bring the chin towards the chest. One more time. Bring it forward. From here, we'll go around shoulders, turning our heads as we inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Please continue. Do one more and go in the reverse direction. Last one. We'll do our spinal twisting. We'll move on to that. We'll place our palms, the left palm on the right knee, and we'll turn to the right, and we'll make the sound ah as we exhale. Then we'll turn to the left. Third, we'll go to the back. And fourth, we move forward. Each time we'll make the sound ah, except the one forward, we'll make the Brahmari sound. Let's begin. To the left. To the back. To the front. We'll repeat it. Make the sound twice now. To the right. To the left. To the back. To the front. So We'll do it 3 times now. To the right. To the left. To the back. Now, let's grab our right leg with our hands, supporting it with our hands. Be seated comfortably as high as you can. Cross it over to the left, and you'll face the right. And concentrating on the perineum, you make the sound lum. Let's begin. Lum. 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 And bring our leg down gently. Let's shift to the other legs. Bring it up. The left, if you're not already done it, hold it as high as you can towards your chest. Cross it to the right, and your face facing left will make the sound lum again. Lum. 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 One more. Lum. Now gently bring your leg down. We'll sit up straight. we'll say 3 ohms. When you repeat these ohms, feel along the spine from the tip of the tailbone to all the way to the top of the head. Let's begin. Let's move to our standing practices. If you can do that, please do. If you want to be seated and continue, you can do that too. You can hold your chair for support if you need support. Okay. Stand, feet shoulder width apart, right? And you place your palm on your hips, both sides, and we will, as we inhale, move towards the right, arch backwards, and then come back as you exhale. Then move to the other side, left. Inhale, come back. Please continue. Last set. Okay. Now let's move to our next practice. Grab your hands behind your back and you can arch backward as you inhale, keeping your feet firm. Hold that pose. Breathe normally. Feel the tension along the spine. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, bending at the hips, move forward, keeping your back, head, neck straight. As far as you can go, hold that pose. And inhale and exhale normally. As you do so, feel the tension along the calves all the way from the feet, along the calves, back of your legs till your waist. Now, gently release your hands along the sides, legs. Try to touch your feet or the ground or the legs wherever you can reach, trying not to bend at the knees. And then take your left hand, place it on your right leg or feet, and bring your right hand up into the air, palm facing outward, and breathe normally. Now, take a deep breath. Bring your hand down as you exhale. And with your right hand, grab your left feet or leg and bring your left hand up, palm facing outward. Stay in that position and breathe normally. Now take a deep breath. And as you exhale, bring your left hand down slowly. And both your hands, try to touch your feet or the ground or the leg wherever you can. And bending at the hips again, try to bring your head between the knees as far as you can go. And gently come up as you inhale. Let's have our hands on our hips and gently feet shoulder width apart and bend at the knees as you inhale. Exhale, come up. Last one. Okay. Now we'll have our hands again at the hips. And let's go around the hips, twisting round as you inhale and exhale. Inhale half a circle, exhale half a circle. Take one more and then we'll go in the opposite direction. Last one. Now let's go back to our sitting position. Comfortably seated. We'll do our nostril breathing. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. So do that. Imagine a line passing from when you do this. Inhale through the left, imagine something passing through, stopping at the hairline. And then as you exhale, it'll come down the other side below the eyes. As you inhale through the right, imagine the line coming across like this, stopping at the hairline. And as you exhale through the left, you'll imagine the line coming below the eyes to the other side. Please continue. Let's do this at least 5 times. From here, we'll move on to our spinal mantra.
We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm shim jim jam I'm 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 om. I'm shim.
Let's move to our next practice, which is our Basrika. Please be seated comfortably. Let's begin Basrika practice. Are we ready? Okay. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And go to our Kumbhaka Pranayama. Clasp your hands together. And so inhale, push your neck back, bend at the neck, bring your hands up, hold your breath. You can no longer hold your breath. Release the air between the teeth. Now we'll go to our next practice, Brahmari. Your forefinger on the eyebrows, middle finger on the eyes, the finger on the nose ridge, between on the soft and hard muscle meeting place, and a little finger on the lips. Close your ears with the thumb. Inhale, and as you exhale, make a breathe sound, Brahmari. Release your hands. Come back. We'll go for a next set of Basrika. Please get ready. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go to our next practice of Kumbhaka. Move to our practice of Brahmari. Please continue. Let's go to the next set of Vasrika. Please get ready. 1. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go to Brahmari. Sorry, Kumbhaka. Followed by Brahmari. Let's get ready for our meditation. Please be seated comfortably. Your back straight. Place your palms one top of the other on your lap, thumbs touching each other. Tell yourself, closing your eyes, tell yourself that I let go of everything. I let go of all ideas, concepts. I let go of everything. Seated comfortably. Please go ahead. If you have an established practice, those who need help, please concentrate on a flow from the sternum area all the way to the top of the head. And as you're visualizing this flow, so mentally tell yourself the mantra I'm Im Om. I'm Im Om. I'll play the home music in the background. If you rather not listen to it, you can reduce your volume or mute it. Yeah, come ready to come out of meditation. Tell yourself, may you be guided, find the purpose for coming to this earth. Feel your senses one by one, part by part. When you're ready to open your eyes, rub your palms together, place it on the eyes, rub your ears, bring it in front of your face, and when you're ready to open your eyes, gently open your eyes. Namaste. Namaste. Dr. Rajan Narayan is here. Today is a Sunday session, so we can ask questions.
Namaste, everyone. Any item for discussion? Any questions? Please feel free to unmute and speak up.
Dr. Rajan, when we do the spinal mantra, can we keep the hand while like doing meditation?
There is no problem as long as you are in this mode, but don't do this.
Okay. And one more question. How to retain memory while advancing in age?
You see, what happens is when you advance in age, your lightness in your spiritual body allows for you to ignore everything which is not important. And that is the reason you kind of tend to forget. So the thing is, you see, in the scheme of things, whatever you forget is not really essential or important. And so that is the natural aging process. But there are some aspects which are not so natural. Now, what happens is two factors affect that. One is people who are long-term stressed, they develop high blood pressure, hypertension. And when they develop hypertension, the process of hypertension essentially is the brain has too much work to do. What happens when you're stressed? When you're stressed, the body has more work to deal with it, because whichever are the cells that need to deal with it, they all need to have more energy, and the brain is responsible for giving more energy to whatever areas that need to have, and the brain needs more energy for it to function. So what happens is more blood flows to your head, and that is why the blood pressure increases when you have stress in your system. But what happens is, it is normal for us when you're, whenever you take your blood pressure in your doctor's office, they look for what is called resting blood pressure. In resting blood pressure, they want you to be fully relaxed, and then they take the blood pressure and they see whether it is 120/80 or less or whatever. So they look for that. Whereas on the other hand, if you're actively working, say you're actively involved in a mental task, or you're doing some walking, running or whatever, if you take the blood pressure, it will be much more than 120/80. And the thing is, because the brain needs more blood flowing to the brain in order to help you to do the task, whichever part of the body that needs the blood, the brain has more work to do with allocating your resources. Now what happens is, as long as people lead a healthy life where they have normal activity, but also they do relaxation activity. And what is the best relaxation activity? A good night's sleep, good night's deep sleep. But besides that, what happens is, if you take a few minutes of time, let's say like in the morning and as well as in the evening, to kind of close your eyes and do some meditation so that you ease up. What happens is, the body develops resilience. Resilience means your blood pressure goes up for activity, but then when the activity is not there, it comes back to its resting stage. Now what happens is, for people who are stressed all the time, they will typically even have bad sleep. And these kind of people, their blood pressure never goes down because they don't know how to relax. So that becomes what is called essential hypertension. And when that essential hypertension comes on, then in which case the doctors are all concerned you may get a stroke, because if the blood pressure goes to like 260 by 120 or some 50 or something, then in which case some blood vessel may break in the brain, and if it ruptures, then the clots over there will result in blocking the communication of blood to some of the brain cells, and that can result in a partial paralysis and things like that. And so stroke is something that doctors want to avoid. So if you're a case of essential hypertension, you will be put on antihypertensive medications. There are 4 categories of that medications depending upon what this thing, and I sometimes find doctors, but some doctors know very well what to do, but not everybody is assessing the patient to understand what is needed. Now another element that happens is, as people age, automatically because of the stresses they have taken earlier in life, the blood vessels begin to become hardened and less, elastic. And so then the blood pressure also tends to increase, the resting blood pressure. But if the resting blood pressure increases a little bit, like for older people, if it goes by 130 by 85 or something like that, just a little bit or something like that, it is pretty much in the acceptable zone. These days, of course, the doctors want everything to be 120 by 80. But when it is in that kind of a zone, it is quite okay. But what happens is, when the blood pressure goes high, and it is always like that, and people are giving medications to bring down the blood pressure, what happens to it? If you bring down the blood pressure, the neurons in the brain, the brain cells, are not getting enough blood to do their function. So over a period of time, the neurons become less active. Then you lose your memory. People develop dementia and later on Alzheimer's. Now on the other hand, if the blood pressure creates, it is not controlled, and it creates damage to the blood vessels, then in which case that also creates another problem, right? So the thing is basically, in these kind of situations, it is not natural aging. In those kinds of situations, people develop forgetfulness, dementia, Alzheimer's, and all of these things only because they never maintained, the resilience of their system when they were younger. And once people get into blood pressure medication for like 30 years and things like that, and they're constantly taking it, there is dementia and Alzheimer's can happen and forgetfulness happen. But that is not the natural forgetfulness I'm talking about, right? So the natural forgetfulness is because whatever is not important drops off.
Thank you, Doctor.
And the thing is, of course, one thing people have tried with is, when you wake up in the morning, if you take like 1 or 2 cloves of pepper, black pepper, and you bite it and eat it and drink water along with it, people have said that it may help to, stimulate your, memory kind of thing. But I haven't tried it. And for me, I do tend to remember faces, but I don't always remember names. Okay, and it takes me a while to go and get the name out of wherever the memories are all stored. But again, when you look at it in the scheme of things, important things you will find, you'll remember. Actually, one of the things that you may have noticed for yourself, Lakshmi Amma, that is, when you're engaged with something, your mind is so concentrated over there, it is not disturbed by anything else around. right? Now, that sharpness of the mind actually indicates that the nadis have a high level of shuddhis, that is, your karmas and things are all very, very low and they have dropped off. So, what happens is when you have that high level of focus, what can happen is you forget everything around you. That is this thing. So, for instance, you see, what happens is for me, because of the kind of life where I lead, where I need to take care of my mother and we take care of the cooking and all of these things. And here it is, I'm talking to you and all of that. What happens is the amount of work is so much that if I'm cooking anything, I always put a timer over there so that the alarm will ring. Otherwise, there'll be only charcoal after that. So the thing is basically, you see what happens is because anytime I do anything, I become so focused, I forget everything else. And so that is the nature of how it happens, and anything unimportant falls off. So for you, you shouldn't worry about losing your memory. That is normal. And it is actually all it is, the spiritual nature is letting all unwanted things drop off. Right?
Yeah. I wonder how can you be cheerful all the time?
How can you be cheerful all the time?
The time. I wonder how can you be cheerful all the time?
Because you don't worry about anything unimportant. And whatever is important is your swadharma. And you engage with ease into it.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Oh, you are very welcome.
Dr. Rajan, I'll start with your last word, Swadharma. How do we know what is, whatever comes in front of us, we have to deal with it sometimes if it's connected with what we are already doing. But something new comes and it's unexplored. And how do we know that is something you want to take up and do it? It could be as a result of all that is happening, and then you get called in to do it. Uh, is that, and the pros and cons of doing it and not doing it, and how do we know we have to get in and do it?
See, the thing is, you see, this guidance will come automatically within. And I'll give you a few examples. Okay? See, what happened is the car that I had, which was 12 years old at that time, 12, 13 years old, the car, when going back when it was like 8 years old or so, I changed the battery in the car. And so once the battery was done, actually that car only had, at that time, it probably had around 70, not even 70, it had probably like 60,000 miles in the car after 8 years or so. And so what happened was, when they changed the battery, even though it was the dealer, I always used to go to the dealer put in not the original battery but something else, a generic battery. And what happened is, whatever are the clamps and things that hold over there, the original clamps, whatever metal they were, and the battery, the connectors over there, what happened is, after about a year and a half or so, suddenly the car won't start one day. And what happened is, then I called the dealer, made an appointment and all of that. And I thought that before going over there, I will call my towing service to take the car over there. Then what happened is, I got the car and the car starts. And so I take it to the dealer and I told him this is the problem. So the thing is, the person did all the checks and said there is nothing wrong with your car. And what I saw him do was, he went to where the battery was, and the connector, he just shook the connector left and right like that, and then said, you're all right. And for another year or so, it was okay. And then again, that problem once again came. And so I remembered this thing, that this what he had done, he had shaken this thing, I did that and it started. And so the thing is, you see, I said, there's something wrong, you have to fix this properly. And then the thing is, you see, finally I found that the dealer and people were not dealing with it. And with some good advice, what I finally did was, I bought a steel brush to clean it inside. There's a special brush you get to clean it all inside. And it was going well. And so, of course, by that time, it was like coming to almost 12 years old, this thing. Then what happened was, again, it started like last year in the month of June or something, July, that same kind of phenomenon started happening. And I would clean each time and it would come back, and I was getting a little fed up. But in any case, I had thought that in this middle of this year, I will get a new car. So till then, we'll keep it over there. I liked the car. It was quite nice. So finally what happened was, in the month of January, actually December, January, again, the same thing started happening. And in the month of just around January 1st, 2nd kind of thing, I had made an appointment to make my car and license, everything, to Florida, since I had moved from Maryland. So I was going to the office to get it done, and it won't start. So I had the appointment over there. So what I did was, I took a Uber and went over there. I got my license, everything. And I came back and I thought what to do with the car. And I called the emergency service for all this thing. It started, and I said, okay, now I think I will go back over there and this thing. And in the meantime, I said, it may be a good idea to look for a new car. So the car started, and I looked around for a new car and things like that. And what happened was, the car, after I had decided what car to buy and had made this thing, I was going to pick up the car, and the car will not start. And so the thing is, basically, I called the towing company. The person lifted up the car and moved, and after that it starts. So the thing is, basically, what happened was, I realized that the thing is, basically, the car started, went to the dealer, and actually gave the car in over there. We were going to do a trade-in, and I got the new car and came. And then I realized that if I had got the car didn't want to be renewed in the Maryland registration into this thing, but rather to get a new one with a Florida registration. Just took care of it, and everything became smoother. And that is why it was prompting me right in the beginning, don't go there. I cannot explain the answer why. Similarly, what happens is, the thing is, you see, one of the most interesting things that happened was, it goes back probably like almost 15 years back. Actually, yeah, like probably 13 or 14 years back. I was visiting India, and I was supposed to go to a conference in Ujjain, and so the closest airport is Indore. So I was in VSYF in Bangalore, where I was doing a research project with them, and so I had been there for a period of 2 weeks, and I was supposed to go to Ujjain, and from the Bangalore airport, and it was a trip through Bombay to Indore. The flight was there. I was reading the piece of paper where what time I need to go. I kept reading, the flight is at 11 o'clock, but actually let's see, I kept reading, the flight was at I kept reading it was 1 o'clock, whereas the flight was at 11 o'clock. And so to reach the airport, it's about a good 2-hour drive from the VSYF to go to the airport. And so what happened is, the car had come in around 8:30, and so at 9 o'clock I said, okay, let's leave. So as we were leaving, as I was in the car and we had gone about like 5 minutes, 10 minutes out of the campus, I'm looking at the sheet again and it reads 11 o'clock. And when it read 11 o'clock, I told the driver, if the flight is at 11 o'clock, will you make it? He said, there is no chance you will make it. So I said, okay, it's not meant to be. So let's turn around. He took the U-turn on the car. Just as he was taking the U-turn, I get a SMS message in my phone saying the flight has been delayed to 12. And actually to 12, delayed to 12:30. Okay. So I asked that, I told the driver, the flight is delayed, it's only at 12:30, can we make it? He said, okay, no problem. We'll be able to be there by 11:30, we'll be there, so no problem. So he turned around the car again, and we went towards the airport. And we reached the airport. I was there at 11:30, and the thing was, actually I was there at 11:15 or something. And you have to check in your baggage at least 1 hour before, otherwise they won't check in your baggage, right? They close. So I kind of hurried, telling people after this thing, and I, convincing people. I went to the head of the queue over there, and it was exactly 11:30 when I was at the head of the queue. And I was checking in. And when I was checking in, the person said, I said, the 12:30 flight, so I'm a little bit of a hurry kind of thing. So they said, sir, don't worry about it. The flight is only leaving at 1 o'clock. Okay. So for whatever reason, I was reading 1 p.m. over there on this thing, but it was actually 11, but the flight actually only took off at 1. And so it was very interesting that when things come in front of you, if you accept it as they are, they will figure it out. In fact, what happens is, I made a sankalpa in myself long time back. In my meditative awareness, I felt that I should never do anything that is adharmic. And so since I made that sankalpa in my mind, and in my meditation, I always say, let me always be on the path of dharma and let no adharma come my way. I keep that as my mental sankalpa all the time in meditation. So what happens is, the thing is, because we do our therapy practices and things like that, what will happen is, a lot of people want therapy, people who are in this thing. Not everybody is meant to be healed, because what they go through is a purifying process. And until they are ready, they cannot come to you. And what will happen is, people who are not meant to come to me, and this person will be actually a close friend or somebody who is very close to me who has referred this thing, it's very difficult to say no to them. But what will happen is, somehow or the other, they will never show up. And so the thing is, you see, what happens is, once we have in our mind, where in our meditative awareness, we say, keep me on the path, only keep me in my swadharma, and let whatever is not in my swadharma not come my way, the cosmos will take care of it.
Very nice, sir. Very good explanation with anecdotes.
Actually, it is very interesting. I'll give you another example, as sometimes you never realize it. You see, what happened is, we had planned the conference in India, January 31st, February 1st to February 5th in Pondicherry. And October 25th, my mother, 24th night, 25th early, she fell and broke her leg, her femur bone. So the thing is basically, normally my mother is only in my care, and very rarely, for a short period of time, she's with my sister. And I had made the arrangement for 2 weeks she will be with my sister when I am gone to the conference. But then she broke her leg, and there is no way my sister can take care of my mother under these circumstances. So the thing is basically, we said, okay, so I told the group, whether I come or not, you people can proceed with the conference. They said, no, If you are not there, you are the key person of this thing, conference cannot happen. So the idea was for at least 6 months I will not be able to do things. Now what we said is okay, then we'll postpone the conference in November of this year. Now what happened was, as we have all our team in India who are all working with this thing, a most important project came in our lap. And this most important project that came in our lap is, the thing is, Jayashree will call you back, okay? So
the school project.
The project was the school project in India. And it is such an important project which has the highest this thing. We looked at all the things that were needed for it. And we have the daily yoga program in India, which we want to expand to morning session and evening session and all of these things. And so what happened is we said, the conference, the two other programs which we were planning, we said if we focus on those things also, we'll be so light, spread ourselves so thin, we will not be able to do justice to the project. So we thought about and we said, let's cancel the conference and everything. So there is no conference anymore this year, November or whatever. So when I look back over there, my mother falling over there and breaking the knee was intended so that we can focus on what is the dharmic project to do and all the others to be, delayed. It took care of itself. So when she fell and we look at it and how my whole life got disrupted, if I think of it as something that is this thing, in fact, what it is just to make sure we are focused on the dharma. That is why it happened. So when you look back on it, so nothing negative should be perceived as something that is being adharmic or, as this thing. But if you have the sankalpa, we should be on the path of dharma, it will take care of itself. Okay. So namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Namaste. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other thoughts, questions? Otherwise, we'll close here. Okay. Namaste,
Okay.
and we'll see you all
Namaste.
tomorrow.
See you all.